I was just I found it so exciting, the notion to kind of try to explore a character who, against its own will or interest, self interest, is forced to explore its humanity. Um, it was such a deliciously, like you said, sardonic and um, uh, character to begin with, um, uh, and with so much disdain for humanity. But then when it's hacked its governor module and gained free will, independence, autonomy, um, that journey, the psychological journey, was so interesting to me of how it is suddenly in touch with um, human aspects that it hadn't explored in the past, and what would that do to someone like Murderbot. Um, so I thought it was a really fun combination of it being obviously like a an action-packed sci-fi story that propels it forward. But in the midst of that, you have this character who is um, diametrically opposed to these stereotypical heroes you often see in shows like this. Um, Someone who definitely doesn't want to be there and is very reluctant to engage in anything, humans or actions, and that was just really fun to play around with. Not really. I mean, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and it was all Star Wars when I was a kid. So those were uh, the heroes of my childhood, Luke Skywalker and Han Solo. Um, but they follow more the traditional path of the hero's journey, I think. Fantastic characters, obviously, but it was fun to I haven't done much sci-fi, so I was excited about doing a sci-fi show. But then again, to do a character that wasn't Han Solo or Luke Skywalker, but rather idiosyncratic and different. Well, I was lucky to come on board early, and um, and I got to get together with Chris and Paul Weitz, the showrunners and writers of the show, um, and it was wonderful to have that time together when it was almost a year before we shot the show, where we could sit and talk about the episodes and the structure of it and the character and the relationships. Because as an actor, if you're sent the scripts a couple of weeks before, months before you start shooting, sometimes there's already a plan, a schedule for the different locations. There's only so much you can do in changing um, the scripts. But this was an opportunity for Chris, Paul, and myself to sit and really have fun and let our kind of creativity and inspiration go and well, what if we drop this and change that and I don't take credit, as I was not a co-writer of this, but to be having those conversations with the guys from the kind of the genesis of the project was it's nice to be part of it from the beginning till the end, rather than just coming in for the actual shooting of it. So that was very fulfilling creatively.